I refused to help my stepsister with her house purchase and told her and my stepfather that it's because of how they treated me as a child. So my stepsister Danielle calls me last Tuesday acting all sweet, which should have been my first red flag because she hasn't talked to me in like 3 years. She's going on about how she found this amazing house in this trendy neighborhood, perfect for her and her boyfriend, but she needs help with the down payment, $25,000. Just like that, like I'm some ATM machine. The whole time she's talking, I'm sitting in my Honda Civic eating a gas station sandwich, thinking about how this is the same girl who used to hide my homework and tell my stepdad I was lying when I said I completed it. Same girl who convinced him I was stealing money from his wallet when really she was taking it to buy cigarettes behind the 7-Eleven. She keeps going on about how we're family and family helps family, and I'm just listening to her voice get more desperate. Finally, she says she already put an offer in and needs the money by Friday or she loses the house. That's when I knew she was screwed and probably already counting my money. I told her no, just straight up no. She immediately switched from sweet to nasty, asking why I'm being such a bitch about it. So I reminded her about the time she told everyone at school I had lice when I didn't, just because I got invited to Jenny Morrison's birthday party and she didn't. Or when she broke my class project the night before it was due and told my stepdad I was clumsy and broke it myself. But the thing that really got me was remembering how my stepdad always took her side. Always. When she said I pushed her down the stairs, he grounded me for a month even though I was at soccer practice when it supposedly happened. When money went missing from his dresser, he searched my room like I was some criminal while she stood there smirking. Danielle started crying on the phone, saying that was all in the past and we were just kids. I told her that being kids doesn't excuse years of making my life hell just because her dad married my mom. She kept saying she's different now, she's grown up, but I'm thinking about how she didn't even invite me to her graduation party 2 years ago. The call ended with her screaming that I'm vindictive and cruel. About an hour later, my stepdad calls. He hasn't talked to me since I moved out except to ask if I was coming to Christmas, which I wasn't. He starts this whole speech about how disappointed he is in me, how I should be the bigger person, how Danielle really needs this opportunity. I let him finish his little lecture, then I asked him if he remembered the time he made me sleep in the garage for a week because Danielle said I called her a name that I never said, or when he threw away my acceptance letter to art camp because Danielle told him I forged it, even though my mom had already paid the deposit. His voice got real quiet. I told him that for 18 years, he chose to believe his daughter over me every single time, even when her stories made no sense, even when I had proof, even when other people saw what really happened. I said I learned that I can't count on him to have my back, so why should I have his daughter's back now? He tried to backtrack, saying he was just trying to keep peace in the house, that it was hard blending families. I told him keeping peace shouldn't mean throwing one kid under the bus to make the other one happy. That's not peace. That's just taking the easy way out. The conversation ended with him saying I'm holding grudges and need to move on. I hung up and blocked both their numbers. My mom called me later asking what happened because apparently they called her crying about how heartless I am. When I explained everything, she was quiet for a long time. Then she said she wished she had stood up for me more back then, that she was so focused on making the marriage work that she let too much slide. She said she understands why I said no, and that maybe it's time they face some consequences for how they treated me. Yesterday, I drove past that trendy neighborhood Danielle mentioned. There's no way she could afford a house there even with my 25 grand. The cheapest houses are like $400,000. I realized she probably wasn't even being honest about the whole situation, just trying to get money out of me for whatever reason.